about 11 o'clock on Sunday night. I've arrived at the hotel in York, checked in, watched a bit of telly, had my tea, and just about ready to go to sleep for the night. It was a 2-hour drive to get here, so I'm a bit knackered, and really looking forward to finding out all about mindfulness tomorrow. I'll check in again tomorrow. You can see it's a big double hotel room. It was big enough for me to drive the scooter in. It's all flat and accessible, so that was good. And yeah, I'm tired now, so I'm going to go to sleep, check out the mindfulness tomorrow, and I'll check in again and let you know how it goes. Bye! So day one of mindfulness is over, and it was actually quite good. The tutor's name's Dave. He really knows his stuff. He's some kind of mindfulness master. He talked us through loads of techniques. It's kind of like relaxation in a way. Guided meditation. So we were all in a room. Some of us sat on the floor, some of us lay down. I stayed in my chair. Just the usual stuff really. Close your eyes, kind of becoming aware of your breathing, counting your breathing, a body scan technique where you become aware of from the tip of your head to the tips of your toes. Just different techniques really for becoming aware of your own thoughts and just being present in the moment. And I'm still learning, so I'm probably not using the right terminology, but I kind of liked it. It was good. Still a beginner, still waiting to see what tomorrow brings, but yeah, pretty good. Enjoying it. Morning. It's day 2 of mindfulness, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I've completely overslept. Should have been there at 9. I've just woken up late in my comfy hotel bed. I've obviously turned my alarm back off. My alarm went off at 7 and I've gone back to sleep. And yeah, I'm late this morning. So I'm going to have to walk in, scooter in. They're probably in the middle of a practice or something. It's going to be completely embarrassing. But what can you do? Hopefully it'll all be okay and not too embarrassing. So I better get ready. I'll see you in a bit. So the second day, we just had a stillness practice, and oh my God, it was really good. It was amazing. We had about 20 minutes, but just totally lost track of time. And it was a stillness practice, and I just felt myself going so deep into myself. At first I could see like a tunnel in my mind's eye, but then I was trying to just concentrate on breathing and stillness. And I just felt myself get deeper and deeper to a place of like such calm that I didn't want to come out of it. And I was vaguely aware while I was in that state that like, oh my God, this is really nice, and calm and still and just so at peace that it was just really good. I didn't have that yesterday. I don't know if it's because we've practiced more, but really enjoying the second day. It's dead good. Okay, so this is the mindfulness tutor, Dave. How long have you been doing this kind of thing?
I've been practicing for about 25 years and teaching for probably about 15, I think.
Right, and how did you get into it?
I got into it when I was studying Buddhism, and and looking into meditation and trance work and all kind of different mental approaches that people use, and gradually just found that meditation was the thing that helped me the most in my life.
Right. So if someone's a complete beginner or somebody's thinking about trying mindfulness, what would you say would be the benefits how could it improve their lives?
Well, certainly the benefits can be that you tend to create a little more happiness in your life. You can become more self-aware and therefore more aware of how other people are. And also you begin to learn to tolerate more difficult situations in a way that's more helpful for you. And that's really where the idea of compassion for the self comes into it, because there are many times in our lives where we do need to take care of ourselves, and we've often not learned to do that. So mindful compassion teaches us and allows us to begin to learn to develop that aspect of self-care that we need.
Right. Can you tell me just a little bit about your work at the hospice?
Okay, so began work at the hospice about 10 years ago, and I began as a counsellor working one-to-one with people, and then somebody happened to find out that I taught meditation, so asked me to teach a group just to learn bits of meditation, and from that time began to develop a mindful compassion program, working with the patients so that they kind of helped evolve the program and the course that we teach, just by giving feedback for what they found helpful for them. And so the program that we eventually developed in a way was sort of co-written, working with them.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Okay.
So how did you find the last practice?
Well, actually, I really enjoyed it and understood it this time. I think I've moved on a little bit from yesterday, because yesterday I think I felt actually slightly awkward, slightly embarrassed, wanted to open my eyes and have a look around, but this time I really got into it, and it was such a peaceful place. Actually, I didn't want to come back from it, and I kind of resented it when the bell went. I would have liked more control over the time I had, and I felt very energised afterwards. It was a really lovely place to be.
So what do you think you're going to take away from this 2 days, and how will you apply it in your
Well,
day-to-day?
the reason I asked to come on this is because I've always known that I've needed to look after myself first, to look after my patients. I've always known that. But actually, in practice, it's actually very difficult. We're getting more and more stress, more and more pressure, more and more expectations. We're being set up to fail a lot of the time, to be honest. And because I've decided to carry on working a bit longer, and I'm well into my 60s now, I knew I'd have to find something to ground me a little bit so that I could carry on. And so I think it's giving myself permission. Absolutely, that's what it is. And I will find somewhere to go and be quiet and try and just balance myself again during my working day.
Brilliant. Thank you. It's about 4:30 on the Tuesday now. The mindfulness course is finished. I've really enjoyed it. I think the first day was good. The second day was amazing. I think it clicked a little bit more today. Yesterday, I liked it, I got into it, I enjoyed it, but I think I perhaps wasn't relaxed enough to fully get into the practice. Whereas today, I found myself really centred, really focused and grounded, and I found myself, I didn't want to come back. He got this gong that he rings, like a little bell thing, and I was just so centred and calm that I didn't want that gong to go, and I didn't want to come back to reality. So what I've got out of it is techniques to use at times for me where I'm stressed or short-tempered, impatient, and I know that my inner critical voice, I can give myself a hard time for things, so I can be a bit unforgiving, and my stress reactions are not good sometimes. I'm snappy at people, I'm impatient with people, I'm impatient with myself, and I think all of these techniques that we've been learning, it'll be really useful for me as long as I remember to put them into practice and to keep up with them, which I do intend to. And probably part of it, which probably shouldn't be sniffed at, is the fact that I've had 2 days away from home in a nice hotel, no commitments, no responsibilities, no kids to look after, no tea to make, all fully inclusive. So that's been nice in itself. That's probably refreshed me as much as the mindfulness. So thank you for watching. I'm going to head back to Stoke now. It's another 2-hour drive, so I'll get back in time for tea, hopefully. But at least I will be mindful about the drive and present in the moment. Yeah, thanks for watching.